Assalamu alaikum. Joining me is Zouheir Osman, one of the board of directors of the Muslims of Calgary. Zouheir, tell me about yourself and Calgary, Alberta.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Zouheir Osman. I came to Calgary with my parents back in 1976. We came here when it was like about winter time in Calgary. It was kind of a nice surprise for us. We came from a warm weather, alhamdulillah. Again, I came with my family. My family is 5 girls and 5 boys. Two of my brothers were here before I got here, as well as one of my sisters. We lived all that time in the city of Calgary. I grew up here, went to school in the city, graduated out of Crescent Heights High School, and went into business after I graduated, alhamdulillah. Started my own car business back in 78, 79. And I've been in it for 79, about 35 years, I take it. Just working the days properly here. Yeah, I've been in it, with the car business. I've been in anything, including auto body mechanic, lease, selling, and currently I own a dealership, which is a car lot, and I own 3 other businesses, and we also own a car auction in the city of Edmonton. I got married back in 1983, alhamdulillah, and I had my aqd nikah in this masjid, and now I have 3 boys, though my oldest just got married recently to a sister from Zouheir, and we had their wedding here, and then ended up going having a wedding in Zouheir, alhamdulillah. The city of Calgary itself, I'm not going to talk about the city of Calgary now. It's a beautiful city, although we didn't like it when we first came here because of the weather, but alhamdulillah we adopted very quickly. All of us, my whole family, wherever they go, we love to come back to the city of Calgary because it's just such a great city. It's situated in a strategic point where if you come across on highway number 1 to go from east to west, you go through it. It's also known for its gas and oil, of course, and we have a lot of the brothers in the community are engineers that came here from all over the world, especially where there is gas and oil in their countries. It's also known for a lot of things, Calgary. One of the biggest things it's known for is the Calgary Stampede. The Calgary Stampede is known all over the world. It brings a lot of people to the city. It also has some historic parks here that has buildings from the late 1800s to the early 1900s, and it's called Heritage Park. The other thing that Calgary is known for is how close it is to the mountains, we're very close to the town of Banff. Where a lot of tourists come here. They actually settle in Calgary and then tour Banff and come back to Calgary. Calgary is a beautiful city. I love it. It's got people from all over the world that you can name, and it's growing every year. We're right now the last count of the vital status, where our population is approximately 1.2 million people, and that's the kind of the short thing about the city of Calgary.
Tell me about your involvement with the Muslim community in Calgary, Alberta.
Well, I got involved with the community back in the late 70s. One of the things we started with here in this masjid was the youth program. The youth program was the first Muslim youth program in North America. It was very successful, alhamdulillah. Brought a lot of the kids into the masjid, and that was something I started. And from there on, I went to every board that the Muslim has, including the Muslim Council of Calgary, Muslim Foundation of Calgary, Muslim Association of Calgary, as well as I was the chair of we started a charter school back in the 90s, where I was a big part of it. It was called Al Medina Charter School. I also was the chair of the Calgary Islamic School for a few years. I was a big part of actually getting it going. At the time, it was we started it back in the basement of this masjid. I'm also the head of the funeral committee, which we we're blessed with, because all they do is give me a call, alhamdulillah, and I take care of everything that is involved with the funeral, a janazah. I'm also I'm here every Friday to organize the Friday prayers. Well, alhamdulillah, and it's been great. It's been successful, and I'm proud of it.
Tell me about the history of the Muslim community.
The Muslim community in Calgary has got great history. Our first masjid was a small church back in the 60s, where we had people, brothers and sisters that moved here. We have some from the late 1900s, but they started the actual masjid back in the late 60s. It was started from a small church that used to hold a very small. It was a very small church, maybe 10, 15 people, and sometimes 20 people. It depends how you squeeze in. And we built this masjid back in 1977-78. It was a great moment because this masjid here was built right outside the city limit, which is about a couple hundred meters from the city limit at the time, where it was out of town. And right today, it's situated right in the middle of the city. Alhamdulillah, it's such a great location that if you go up on the minaret of this masjid, it'd be like on the highest point to actually view the city of Calgary. From there, we went we expanded this masjid to more masjids, alhamdulillah, more musallas, and particularly a big masjid up in the northeast where it includes a school and a masjid. It's called the Akram Jum'ah Center. Alhamdulillah, we bought that one back in I believe the early 2001. We had our first prayer in it back in, I believe in the early 2001 or 2002. And alhamdulillah, today the school itself holds approximately 800 students. The masjid itself in the northeast is one of the biggest ones we have. It holds approximately close to 4,000 brothers and sisters. We have the bottom floor is for the brothers, and we have an upper floor for the sisters. In this masjid here itself, for the sisters, we have a separate room for the sisters, where the other masjid, it's got 2 floors. From there we went on to have a musalla in every corner of the city. We have 2 big ones are the ones it's called the South Musalla, and the other one was called the Northwest Musalla. And it kind of took a lot of pressure from this masjid itself, because this was the only one. And when we used to have the Friday prayers here at the beginning, we had started with 10 people. And now this masjid itself, it holds approximately on a weekly basis 15 to 2,000. And Eid prayers, of course, we use every room of it, alhamdulillah, to go. The last Eid we had approximately 6,000 people in this masjid. Not inside, but we had the prayers outside. It was such a beautiful weather. It was nice. We also have our own cemetery, which is I'm in charge of. We're proud of it. So it's situated about 20 kilometers from here, right outside the town of Cochrane. It's about 20 minutes it takes you to get there, alhamdulillah. It's licensed for 11.2 acres as a burial site. Right now we almost use 4.2 acres of it. Again, it's in a great location. It's close to the mountains, so it's got the mountain view, and I would personally want to be buried there, inshallah. It's my wish, wallahu alam, where I'm going to die. Talk about the Muslims themselves of the city of Calgary are from all over the world. Well, alhamdulillah, we're all blessed to have what we have.
Finally, do you have a message for viewers today?
Yes, I do. Please come and visit us. Come and see what the Muslim community of Calgary is all about. It's such a beautiful, unique community that we have with what we have as far as brothers and sisters from all over the world. It's kind of nice for you to be involved in. Please come and visit.
Brother Zouheir, thank you very much for your time. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.